Welcome to the snapshot of Future Presence, how virtual reality is changing human connection, intimacy, and the limits of ordinary life, by Peter Rubin. Here, we'll explore the key insights from Future Presence. Introduction. Books, videos, and phones can only represent reality. Virtual reality puts you inside another world. VR uses your brain to fool your body into responding the same way it would to a real experience. It feels real. You feel connected. That's going to change the way you relate to yourself and to others. We're at the dawn of a new age. VR technology is making dazzling progress. Access to VR will become widespread and be an essential part of everyone's daily life. In this snapshot, you'll learn 1. How VR evolved and the impact of presence. 2. How VR can help you deal with stress and make you more mindful. 3. How a VR animated hedgehog creates intimacy with eye contact. 4. How VR enables new ways of telling stories. 5. How VR is transforming multiplayer online gaming, albeit with problems. 6. Why Facebook is betting on the VR revolution. 7. How touch lags behind sight and hearing in VR environments, although this will change. 8. How VR is creating a revolution in pornography. And 9. The impact of virtual reality and augmented reality. Presence. It all started with the Sword of Damocles. That was the name of the first virtual reality headset, invented in the 1960s by a Utah professor named Ivan Sutherland. To use it, you stepped up to a set of goggles hanging from the ceiling. Looking through them, you could see a cube floating in space. When you moved your head, your perspective on the cube changed. From those humble beginnings, virtual reality evolved. Today's devices create the illusion that you are inside a three-dimensional world. The environment you see is artificial, but the experience is so immersive that it feels real. Even though your rational mind knows that you are using a VR headset, on some more primitive level, you feel as if you are really there. This illusion is called presence, and presence is what gives VR its amazing power. Say you were standing in your living room with a friend. You put on a VR headset. In the VR world that you see through the headset, you are standing right on the edge of a cliff. You can look down over the edge of the cliff and see a valley far, far below. Your friend tells you to take a step forward. You know that you're really standing in your living room looking through a VR headset, and that if you step forward, you will still be on your solid living room floor. But some part of your brain really thinks you are standing on the edge of a cliff. It looks so real. As you turn your head, you can see all around you. If you try to take a step, your lizard brain will rebel. Your survival instincts will kick in and scream at you, telling you not to step off that cliff. If you try to walk forward anyway, your body might rebel too. Your very real stomach might start churning and your real heart start pounding. That's presence. Meditation. Chris Smith and Eric Levin were in their 20s, and Levin had just returned from a summer in a Buddhist monastery when they invented a way to use VR to help people meditate. Some types of traditional meditation used guided visualization. Meditators listen to someone describing a scene and use their imaginations to bring the scene to life in their minds. The problem is that it can take a long time for a new meditator to learn to create powerful visualizations. Virtual reality, with its ability to instantly create immersive scenes, can provide a shortcut to the meditative state. Professor Carrie Heater has been working the same territory from a different angle. She created an experience that combines entering a peaceful VR scene with becoming aware of how your body feels in that VR environment. The result is powerfully relaxing, and it is ideal for people who are unable or unwilling to try traditional sitting meditation. Josh Farkas has added another layer to the VR meditation experience by incorporating biofeedback. While you're experiencing the VR scene, you can also see your heart rate and breathing pattern to get concrete evidence of how the VR meditation is affecting your physical state. Social presence. A 2015 short visual reality animated film about a cute hedgehog named Henry thrilled audiences with one of the most basic types of interpersonal or interspecies communication: eye contact. When Henry looked at viewers, they felt he was really seeing them. They weren't just watching the film, they felt they were a part of it. There were limits to the experience, though. Henry the animated hedgehog controlled the action. The viewers, while feeling they were in sync with Henry, could not initiate actions themselves. That's starting to change. Remote control devices and special gloves let you make movements and gestures with your real hands that are echoed by your virtual reality hands. Filmmakers are experimenting with the possibilities these advances open up to tell stories in new ways. Empathy and intimacy. The next step after experiencing VR environments as a solo traveler or watching a story unfold around you is to participate in VR experiences with other people. Within, a VR film studio in Los Angeles has produced a VR film called Life of Us. You and other audience members put on VR headsets and become brightly colored amoebas. Then, boom, you become tadpoles swimming together deep in the sea. Then lizards chased by a dinosaur. Then monkeys, humans, and finally, robots. What makes this experience different is that it is shared with someone else. Other audience members become part of the memories you have of each moment of the film. It's a kind of intimacy. Because the virtual reality experience is so immersive, it can foster both intimacy and empathy. The virtual reality short documentary Clouds Over Sidra lets viewers experience a Syrian refugee camp from the point of view of a 12-year-old resident. Because viewers see the camp through her eyes, they can better appreciate what she feels. That kind of empathy can make a difference in how people respond to real-world events. The downside of virtual reality games. Social virtual reality is being used to amplify the experience of multiplayer online games. The environments are more immersive, and the interaction with other players provides a new way to connect with people in groups of any size. Unfortunately, some of the problems of two-dimensional multiplayer online games, such as sexual harassment and virtual assault, become amplified in VR. Harassment that used to occur in typed comments in 2D games becomes even worse in the VR environment of 3D avatars. Some VR companies have taken steps to deter and stop harassment. Some give players a protective bubble of personal space, or have increased the presence of company moderators who patrol VR spaces. Some give players the ability to block and mute other players. Another problem is people feeling excluded in multiplayer VR games. Virtual rejection, it turns out, can be just as painful as rejection in real life. Game designers of the future can learn from the mistakes of the past and create VR spaces where people don't feel threatened or left out. But this may depend on whether companies that are focused on rapid growth will take the time to build these safeguards. Facebook and VR. Facebook is staking a claim in the VR world. In 2017, it opened Facebook Spaces, a place where Facebook users can connect in virtual reality using cartoon-like avatars. In one significant way, Facebook Spaces creates a different kind of experience than other social VR sites. Instead of the focus being on meeting new people and forming new relationships, in Facebook Spaces you connect with people you already know. You share new experiences with them. For example, you can draw 3D objects and take VR selfies and share them in your regular Facebook feed. Facebook prioritizes the sharing over the experiences themselves. Research commissioned by Facebook involving people who had never met one another showed that people found their VR experiences worthwhile. One interesting result was that introverts had an even more positive response than extroverts, with 80% of introverts wanting to befriend the people they chatted with in VR during the study. While for now, Facebook Spaces is designed to bring pre-existing Facebook friends together, the company has dropped hints that its future plans may be more ambitious. The ultimate goal may be to connect everyone in the world through VR. Touch. Right now, virtual reality can convincingly simulate what you see and what you hear. Simulating the sense of touch is the next frontier. So far, progress has been slow. In a 1970s arcade video game, players used physical handbars to control virtual motorcycles. When their bikes collided with others, the handlebars vibrated. In the 1990s, vibrating controllers became available for games played on home consoles. Virtual reality games and environments still use vibrating controllers. And thanks to the magic of presence, you may experience the feelings as coming directly from your hands. At this point, though, the range of things that you can feel is limited. Companies are working on ways to extend the feeling from your hands to more of your body. One company is working on a full-body suit lined with tiny devices that can create changes in temperature and pressure. Other companies have developed ultrasonic speakers that emit low-frequency sound waves that users can feel. Microsoft is working on a device that may enable people to feel texture in VR. Once the sense of touch has the same presence in VR as the sense of sight, VR will become dramatically more immersive. That's still in the future, but maybe that future is not so far away. Porn. The porn industry is always looking for the latest technology to transform its products. With virtual reality, the industry has found something it can take to the bank. VR and porn are natural partners. VR lets people have embodied experiences, and it changes porn from something you watch to something you experience. But virtual reality has also changed porn in a way you might not expect. It's made pornography more human and more intimate. Remember Henry the Animated Hedgehog and the way viewers felt he was making eye contact with them? Eye contact is a key feature of VR porn, and it changes the way viewers experience what they are watching. Eye contact creates a strong feeling of intimacy and can produce the illusion that viewers are having a real relationship with the person they see in their headsets. Some VR porn fans call it the girlfriend effect. Foreplay is becoming a more important part of VR porn, with virtual eye contact, whispering, and kissing all adding to the sense of intimate presence. Viewers no longer feel like voyeurs, but like participants. Live VR webcamming intensifies the effect. Does this sense of participation cause problems? If you are in a committed relationship, is VR porn cheating? That might be something every couple will have to work out for themselves. Augmented reality. If you want to know what the future will be like, think of Pokemon Go, which places fantasy figures into real-world landscapes. This is augmented reality in its primitive stage. While Pokemon Go captured the attention of the world for a while, it isn't realistic. It lacks the presence that virtual reality creates. Combining augmented and virtual reality is going to change everything, perhaps creating a huge cultural shift that could permeate every aspect of our lives. 10 years from now, you could be sitting around a conference table with 5 colleagues. One will actually be physically there. The others will be avatars who will appear just as lifelike. Your personal augmented reality device will guide you through the day, waking you up in the morning, giving you information about the attractive stranger you pass on the street, and accepting his invitation later that night to have a virtual drink in a virtual bar. Sounds like something out of Black Mirror, doesn't it? The real world will have entered the virtual world, and the virtual world will have entered the real world. And it all could happen sooner than you expect. Conclusion. Just as smartphones change the way we live, virtual reality will transform our lives. It's all happening very quickly. 10 years from now, your day-to-day life could be a mixture of real and virtual worlds, no matter where you are and what you are doing. The transformative power of VR comes from its ability to create a sense of presence. Rather than being an observer, you become a participant in VR experiences. You could be alone, enjoying a new landscape or relaxing with meditation. You could be watching a story unfold around you while the characters look deeply into your eyes. You could be meeting people in a VR bar or meadow with an avatar created from a photograph or from your imagination. Today's avatars look like cartoons. In the near future, they might be indistinguishable from real people. These are the key aspects and applications of virtual reality. 1. Presence. How VR evolved and the impact of presence. 2. Meditation. How VR can help you deal with stress and make you more mindful. 3. Social presence. How a VR animated hedgehog creates intimacy with eye contact. 4. Empathy and intimacy. How VR enables new ways of telling stories. 5. Games and harassment. How VR is transforming multiplayer online gaming, albeit with problems. 6. Facebook. Why Facebook is betting on the VR revolution. 7. Touch. How touch lags behind sight and hearing in VR environments, although this will change. 8. Pornography. How VR is creating a revolution in pornography. And 9. Augmented reality. The impact of virtual reality and augmented reality. About Peter Rubin. Peter Rubin heads cultural coverage at Wired magazine, which he joined in 2011. He is also in charge of the magazine's editorial presence on digital platforms. He's a graduate of Williams College with a master's degree from Columbia University and is a longtime magazine feature editor and writer. Thank you for listening to the Snapshot of Future Presence by Peter Rubin. If you liked what you heard, then make sure to explore the rest of our Snapshot library to continue gaining key insights from nonfiction books in a matter of minutes.
Thank you for listening to our Quick Learning audiobook review series. If you liked what you heard, then check out our channel for more free audiobook reviews. We post new audiobooks every week. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to be first to hear of our latest reviews.